S's and O's. They've been putting clodhoppers on the radio. No one recognizes me, I'm incognito. Now I need disguise so my cover will be blown. Say, has anybody seen my glasses and nose? I don't want to be on TV where my face will show. Say, has anybody seen my witness protection program? Anybody seen my disguise? Oh my gosh, it's a ghoulish deal. Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome to Clodhoppers. This is Clod Headgate. I'd like to thank the Run Amok production crew for bringing this to you. Alice Lake on all the cameras out here and being floor director. Steve Baker running the TriCaster and recording the whole thing, and running the switcher being the director, and Bo Peep on sound, character generator, and sound effects. Give yourselves a hand, yes indeed. We'd like to shout out to Andy and San Mateo. And the other good news for the evening is, ladies and gentlemen, I am not, I repeat, not going to play the accordion. They're thinking about that, aren't they? Well, thank you. By golly, we're going to do a little Halloween type stuff. Anything scary that might come to mind, we're going to play a little of it for you tonight. We have a couple of very special guests once again on the program. Ev Burkhardt on the 7-string Epiphone slide guitar. And Les Tarr, that radio star, Dave Ayala, on the blonde Jumbo Guild.
And is she smart?
Well, we can do a love song on Halloween.
Yeah. It's partly Halloween and partly witchcraft.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
I told her that I was a
was pretty scary.
Yes, it was. A skeleton came into the bar.
Yeah, what did he do?
He ordered a beer and a mop. And this is going to keep Alice Lake going through the
Well, it's pretty hard to hold the beer in your stomach without a stomach, you know.
You know, then he started flirting with the barmaid, but she could see right through him. Well, scare us to death, Dave.
Well, okay. Well, first, this happened in Grass Valley too. I was going home and I heard these steps behind me, clomp, 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 and I looked around. There was this coffin coming down the street after me. So I took off running. It took off going faster. It was going from one corner to another, bump, bump, and I ran faster, bump, bump behind me. I got to my door. Opened the door, slammed the door, bump, 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 smash came right through the door. I went running through the house, locked myself in the bathroom. It was the only place I could go that was safe. Bump, bump, smash right through the door. He comes and he's almost got me, and I look around and I see a bottle of cough syrup on top of the medicine cabinet. I grab it and throw it at him. It breaks on him, and you know what? The coffin stopped. Oh, in the Tower of London late at night, the ghost of Anne Boleyn walks, I declare. For Anne Boleyn was once King Henry's wife, but then he had the headsman bob her hair. Oh yes, he did her wrong long years ago, and she comes out at night to tell him so, with her head tucked underneath her arm. She walks the bloody tower with her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. She comes toward King Henry, she means giving him what for. She's gonna really tell him off for spilling all her gore. And just in case the headsman wants to give it an encore, she has her head tucked underneath her arm. Oh, sometimes gay King Henry gives a spread for all his pals and gals, a ghostly crew. The headsman carves the joint and slices the bread. Then in comes Anne Boleyn to clear the dew. She tears her head off with a wild war whoop, whoop, whoop. And Henry says, don't toss it in the soup. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower with her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. The sentries think that it's a football that she's bringing in, and when they've had too much, they say, are the Niners gonna win? They think it's poor Joe Montana instead of poor old Anne Boleyn, with his head tucked underneath her arm. She walks along the corridors, for miles and miles she goes. She often catches cold there, 'cause it's cold there when it blows. And it's awfully hard for the queen when she has to blow her nose, with her head tucked underneath her arm. Pretty darn frightening. Joe Montana. Those were the days, huh? Yeah. Will they come back?
Well, you never know. Well, by golly, This is a little form of a protest here because it seems like every year the Christmas music in the department stores and the Muzak and the elevators starts coming earlier and earlier. So here on
How about the
Clodhoppers,
Rex?
we like to do Christmas songs before Halloween. A reindeer got run over by a grandma driving home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa. As for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to drive. Now we're spending Christmas praying that Vet keeps Santa's reindeer alive. Santa usually parks on rooftops, but this time he parked out front. He was inside eating cookies when outside he heard that fateful thump. Ouch! A reindeer got run over by a grandma driving home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa. As for me and Grandpa, we believe. We posted bail on Christmas morning. They called it hit and run. She was too gone to remember. She made Christmas late for everyone. It was pretty hard on Grandpa. We didn't see him that whole day. Santa hitched him to the harness, made him help the other reindeer pull the sleigh. Away! A reindeer got run over by a grandma driving home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa. As for me and Grandpa, we believe. One more time. A reindeer got run over by a grandma driving home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa. As for me and Grandpa, we believe. A silly version of a silly song.
So Santa made her pull the sleigh, huh?
Yeah, poor Grandpa. Yeah, all night long.
Jeez.
That'll teach her to drink the eggnog.
Well,
Okay.
here's one suitable for Halloween.
Frightening, isn't it?
Frightening. Dead skunk. Crossing the highway late last night. He should have looked left and he should have looked right. We didn't see the station wagon car. Sunk a squash and there you are.
Well, we got all this black magic going on and voodoo and witchcraft and everything. Those of you who are into psychokinesis, please raise my hand.
I was working in my lab late one night when my eyes beheld a weary sight. A monster from my slab did arise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It kid caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the east wing of the castle to the master bedrooms where the vampires feast. The ghouls did come to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the mash and do the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It caught on in a flash. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The ghouls were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. They did the mash. The party was going, or banked by his baying hounds. The carpetbaggers begin to arrive with their vocal group, the Cliff Trigger Five. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. Did the monster mash. They did the mash. From out of the crypt, Dracula's voice did howl. Seemed he was bothered by just one thing. He raised the lid and shook his fist, saying, "Whatever happened to the Transylvanian twist?
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash."
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
Now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
Monster mash.
They did the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drac's part of the band. The monster mash is the hit of the land. For you the living, this mash is meant to. When you get to my door, say, "Boris sent you," and do the mash. Do the monster mash.
The monster mash.
Do the graveyard smash.
The mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Now the mash.
You do the monster mash. Igor, mash Mark.
Thanks, kids. Well, we're going to have a kazoo solo on the next song here. If you don't have a kazoo, you can take cellophane from someplace and get a comb and put the cellophane between your lips and hum and get the desired sound.
Claude,
If you do have a, yes?
there's no cellophane anymore. It's plastic. Does it still do the same thing?
No, use wax paper.
Okay.
Well, I guess you could wrap your neighbor in wax paper and hum.
Okay.
You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. For you may eat your city soon. You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. He's still hungry, the whole country's due. He came from outer space, looking for something to eat. He landed in Chicago, and he thought Chicago was neat. was sweet. It was just like sugar. You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. For you made your city too wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo. You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. He's still hungry, the whole country's due. He came from outer space, looking for something to eat. He landed in Chicago, and he thought Chicago was sweet. It was sweet, it was just like sugar. You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. For he made your city too wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo. You better watch out for the eggplant that ain't Chicago. He's still hungry, the whole country's due. What if he's still hungry, the whole country's due. Ah, there goes the munching even now.
There they go. There they go. Riding off on a motorcycle.
You know, Claude, there's these two friends were at a party, and it was a cold winter's day, and one of their old ladies got mad, took off with a car. And the other friend, all he had was a motorcycle and just one coat, and it was a cold day, so they got on the motorcycle, and guy in the front turned it around backwards, and guy in the back could be shaded by it, so they went down the road that way in this cold day.
Must have looked pretty strange.
Well, two people in one coat. And then, maybe a little while later, there was a report on the radio saying that there was an accident up the way, and the highway patrolman turned on his siren, went up to check it out, got out, and he could see there was a motorcycle that hit a tree. And so he asked the ambulance people, he says, "What happened?" And they said, "Well, the first guy was dead when we got here, and by the time we got the other one's head straightened around, he was dead too."
Oh, where's the angry crowd when we need them?
Come on, motorcycle mama.
Try it again.
Motorcycle mama, won't you lay your big slide down? Motorcycle mama, won't you lay your big slide down? I always get in trouble when you bring it around. Motorcycle mama, won't Okay, well, thanks a lot for checking out Clodhoppers. On behalf of Clod Headgate, Ev Burkhardt and Dave Ayala, Les Tarr, we thank you. Alice Lake, Steve Baker, Bo Peep. Let's have a little Blue Steel Blues here. All right, see you next time. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bo Peep. Happy birthday.